But gold coming into this losers bracket final as they have lost Clan, but they are inviting D-Pro. Okay.
I'm not sure what is happening.
Me either, but Reach-Through is in here, so now just waiting for Invigorate's final people.
Oh, D-Pro ruining the mojo there.
Alright, and every team is ready. Lobby is ready. Let's get into the losers bracket final.
Yeah, this is going to be the last series that one of these two teams plays this season in PWL. Obviously, both teams hoping that they are not the ones. They're going to be the ones going on to face Armory in the finals. When they come out, they're going to have to beat Armory twice, right? Is that how we're doing it? Or no, it's a best of 5, and is it Armory going to be up 1 game at the beginning?
Yes, Armory is going to have the map advantage.
Oh, just the map advantage. They don't get a game at the beginning.
Well, yeah, they are 1 up in the series. So map, like they will have a map automatically.
Gotcha. Okay, just to be sure. But yeah, here on Nimbani, gonna be our first map of this particular series between Invigorate and we got a pause.
Discrepancy did call for a pause, but they said never mind. All right, not sure exactly what's happening with their team right now.
They're falling apart, boys. They're falling apart. No, I don't think so. I think we are probably not going to see the Arista out of Aaron's, which I would love to, but out of the defense, they're probably going to be running exactly what they are used to running. I would imagine Tarnus is jumping off to go switch to that Tracer. He does. Bear Shark will be coming back on the Lucio, but MJ going to be on the Soldier, Royal Flame on Reinhardt, Trisoft on the Zarya, and Mitoru, the replacement for the replacement, back on the Mercy. D-Pro going to be playing Pharah for the attack, of course. We're probably going to see Supreme. Oh, Supreme playing the Roadhog, and Supreme a very, very good Roadhog. We saw him absolutely going massive on this hero yesterday during some of the games. So, going to be looking for him to have a big performance here on Roadhog yet again, as they are going to be rotating all the way up the top side here, trying to push through this main choke here. I don't really see this as much anymore, but Clan diving in aggressively, trying to get some damage in there, and Royal Flame going to be taken down very, very low, but he keeps getting pocketed. So far, nobody going to be falling for either side, but this is going to be a very weak, yes, logging out, going to be taken down. Trisoft taking down Clan as well, despite Royal Flame falling. So advantage so far going to the defense in this attack, but both Reinhardt's gone favors the attackers. Now Supreme able to push in, does get onto Bear Shark, but Tarnus rather takes down D-Pro and then Golden Bullet as well. So Tarny going huge in the back line, getting all of these kills and keeping this defense going here for Discrepancy.
Yup, and a massive player coming out, but Golden Bullet now going on the Genji, something we haven't seen in a long time. His Genji, an absolute phenomenal thing, was known as a Genji player before he started mastering Zarya, but now coming into this Nano and the Earth Shatter being ready for the side of Invigorate. Gonna see what they can do with this, as it only gets the Lucio out of everyone, kind of wasted. However though, Royal dropping a shatter, but no follow through there. Reach-Through being forced to pop the res, as right now kills actually going in the favor of a Discrepancy, as they do have the 2 picks in this fight.
But D-Pro coming in now on the Tracer, he gets that sound barrier from logging out, but Golden Bullet falling, not going to be helpful, and we see Rittoru up on this high ground, just completely uncontested on this Mercy, pocketing all of her teammates, and they are holding strong still here. Supreme Aaron going to fall down. D-Pro needs to try to get out with his life here, and he is going to do so, backing off, getting that health back, but a couple of minutes already wasted off here for Invigorate, and they don't really have anything to push in with right now, just the nano boost. So we have the pulse bomb and the sound barrier available right now for Discrepancy, who are holding strong. Definitely a good map choice for them, as this is a very good defensive map, but it's going to be a couple kills already coming in for the attack. Retoro needs to get this resurrect up, not going to happen as Retoro is taken down. This is the attack that Invigorate was looking for, as they are getting all of these kills. Trisoft finally falling as well, and Invigorate takes this point, I think, at the very least. Yeah, no, MJ not going to be able to go in for a challenge there, so Invigorate definitely going to take the point and move on into second here.
Yep, and now going in, MGS getting an immediate pick on the D-Pro to start out this defense, a perfect way to do it. But Golden on this Genji may have been a smart call, as Aaron's on this hog is an absolute phenomenal thing, and it is so difficult for him to miss those hooks.
Declan going to be coming in with the Earth Shadow, but a pulse bomb from Tourney taking down 2. Both supports out of the fight here for the side of Invigorate, but it doesn't matter as Declan just swinging the hammer. But there, now it matters. Now it matters as the Resurrect coming in for Ritsoru, turning the fight around, and Discrepancy holding as they try to get pushing into this the second objective. But of course, I'm pushing out without Declan right now. It's probably not the best idea. I gotta wait for that giant line shield to get up there to keep yourself alive. But Supreme Aaron getting that hook out onto Royal Flame, and then going in for the whole hog. The Earth Shadow wasted from Royal Flame. Now Royal Flame out of position, probably going to be taken down, very, very weak. But the Graviton coming in onto Invigorate. Pulse Bomb there as well, taking down 3. Tarney getting another huge Pulse Bomb stick onto these Gravitons. And, you know, they might not be the fanciest play, but absolutely making good use out of that ult combo time and time again. Tarney, that's doing what they were doing best yesterday at the very least.
Hello?
But we are... Oh, yes, I hear you.
Sorry about that. But yeah, you were saying?
Anyways, we do see the side of Invigorate getting regrouped here. They managed to get a couple of kills, so Discrepancy has some numbers coming back from spawn. But the charge coming out onto Declan. Good sleep dart, though, onto Royal Flame. Gonna make it easy for Logging Out to just go in there and get that kill. 2 kills now, 3 kills coming in for the offense. Invigorate trying to stay in this fight, but Trisoft still alive. They do manage to take down Tarney, but Trisoft now there taken down. Does take this take Golden Bullet out of the mech before going, but I think this is going to coast in here and is going to capture this second point. Yes, it is. Royal Flame coming in, probably a little ill-advised. He's out of position now. He's going to be taken down by this pulse bomb, and now the floodgates are open because Invigorate pushing forward, no Rhine Shield here for Discrepancy, and you know, they're just gonna have to try to back all the way up and give up a lot of free space here to Invigorate. Invigorate probably gonna get it all the way around this first corner, maybe around the second one before Discrepancy is able to come out and challenge this. And this is exactly what they need. The Graviton though coming out from Discrepancy, the Pulse Bomb is there, picking up 2 yet again. However, there are still people alive here. Supreme Aaron getting that kill on Tarney, and now the Nano coming out onto Aaron. He's going to pop the whole hog, getting 1 already, 2, 3 coming in for Aaron. The Resurrect coming in though for Ritsoru, only going to pick up 1 though in the backlines, and then Bear Shark Ritsoru going down as well. So despite the Resurrect, these kills still coming in for Invigorate. Supreme Aaron with a huge whole hog there after catching that Nano boost.
Yup, and now 1 minute and 40 seconds remaining as they look to finish this map with an amazing time. Self-destruct coming in, not gonna find anyone. However, though, the tactical advisor now in the backline with MGS gonna be forcing the sound barrier, and a huge shatter coming out of Royal as everybody was focusing on MGS. The follow through isn't there as they're trading right now 1v1, but Diana going down to the perfect pick as Tarney gets a kill on the Aaron as the healing wasn't there. But now Invig actually pulling it back right now as all the kills are going in their favor. Only Diva, Tarney's, and the Lucio left. A huge shatter gonna take 2 of those out. And now pushing into this, there's nobody left here to contest it for the side of Discrepancy. Diva getting out at the last second. Winston's Mercy coming out, gonna die again. there's no res available as they're just staggering in, and they look to finally push this time as Carnies is finally taken down. Cyclone going huge right at the end over there.
It took Invigorate a while to get through that first point, but once they did, they pretty much were unchallenged once they got into the payload. And Invigorate completing the map of Numbani, which is a feat to be reckoned with. 46 seconds left in their time, or 43 rather, left in their time bank. So definitely going to be looking for something pretty impressive here out of Discrepancy. Just completing Numbani is tough enough, but you know, completing it against Invigorate going to be extremely difficult. What do you think Discrepancy is going to need to do to make this easy for themselves?
Honestly, they just need to shut down Aaron's on the hog. He completely set the tone of that game, and he was definitely the main playmaker. Anything that Discrepancy did try to do against the side of Invig felt like it was immediately shut down, as Supreme Aarons could just quickly reply and get the same value out of whatever they did, whether it be shutting down ults or getting kills or hitting massive hooks.
Yeah, absolutely. Aaron was definitely an MVP of that round. Also, we saw D-Pro getting a whole lot of work done. And, you know, we saw Dyclan as well doing exactly what he needed to do on that offensive Reinhardt. Getting a whole lot done when he was catching those nano boosts. And everything coming together to result in Invigorate completing that map with a pretty good time. Now putting a lot of pressure on Discrepancy to at least match them with the 3 points and force this into some extra rounds.
Yep. And who do you think needs to play off from my who's gonna be playing? Who needs to play off from the side of Discrepancy?
Well, I mean, we absolutely need to see the same thing as always. Well, this is a good start. Royal Flame taking Logging Out off the map. Just a Lucio gone, though. Not really that great of a first pick, especially to trade your life for as a Reinhardt. So Discrepancy, despite getting that kill, not really going to be able to push in off of it and going to have to wait for Royal Flame to get back. He should be able to get back probably before this Lucio does, but no, actually Lucio gonna already be back here before Royal Flame. That is the thing about Numbani, this spawn advantage is really not that big for the attackers. So when you have something like Lucio that you take off, he's gonna get back immediately. The Earth Shatter coming in from Dyclan already, getting 3 already in the back of this fight, and another fight turned back by Invigorate, who are so far holding very strong. I mean, these have been quick fights from Discrepancy, so only 1 minute 15 seconds burned off the timer so far, but Invigorate winning these fights extremely decisively and not letting Discrepancy anywhere near the point right now. Discrepancy going to keep going for the same approach, though.
Yep, and now going in, Dyclan immediately charging in, gonna be backed off as Royal is immediately picked off again. However, Tarny is gonna pop that, gonna be popping that pulse bomb. However, both supports now down for the side of Discrepancy, as they're getting kills, but being the first one to die is hurting them extremely hard in the long run.
MJ taking a tumble off the map by Logging Out, and that is going to nerf a lot of their DPS coming in. They are going to be able to get onto the point, but Supreme Aaron catching this nano boost up here doesn't have the tactical visor, but as he was saying, doesn't even need it. He is just laying in a ton of damage with the sack visor and staying alive up here, you know, and just this is absolutely what they need, but he is going to get the tactical visor finally, taking down, oh no, sorry, yes, he does still have it, doesn't use it yet. They aren't really jumping onto this point the way they need to, but D-Pro does jump on at the last second to try to hold it out. They have a couple of people on here, but Aaron going to have to try to find a place to come in and use his tactical visor. There it is, coming out, trying to get this turned around here. But he's going to be under pressure, a lot of pressure from Tarny, and he does get taken down. So despite these kills going the way of Invigorate on the defense, they're losing members as well. They're going to lose Depro there from a nice charge from Royal Flame, and now Daiclan getting taken down very weak as Sauce is getting pressured. So Daiclan going to be alone with logging out on the point. Just a tank and Lucio versus a tank and a Lucio. Gotta favor Trisoft though here in this damage battle, but no, Supreme Aaron coming back in. This could change everything, but no, MJ coming back in at the same time. Supreme Aaron gonna have to 1v1 him, but going to have a lot of pressure on him from elsewhere. Golden Bullets coming back in at this perfect time to just delay this point long enough, but Depro now the only one alive and stepped off for half a second, and that's gonna be the first point unlocked finally by Discrepancy. 30 seconds left on the timer there for them, but they do manage to do it and come in here with a 3 ults, especially that Graviton Pulse Bomb combo that they've been using so well.
Yep, and now coming into this street phase, an ult advantage for the side of Discrepancy as they do have Big Bang. However, they're logging out near that, gonna be near that sound barrier, as they're gonna have to hit this pretty quickly.
They do throw the grab down immediately, and the pulse bomb not on top of it. Well, it does come in a little bit late, taking down Golden Bullet, and the kills are going the way of Discrepancy, but a couple going back the other way as well. Supreme Aaron up on this high ground as he usually is, just staying alive on the Soldier 76, putting a lot of damage in, and he's now going to retreat to go back to his team, but almost up to that tactical visor, and going to be able to come back in with his team to try to get a last contestant. MJ, though, up on this high ground as well, so going to have to get pressure here by the side of Depro, but the tactical visor coming in now from MJ, going to be trying to put this damage in, but the sound barrier for the defense is going to be negating a lot of it. Logging out, though, going down. The Earth Shatter coming in for Royal Flame, going to be getting a couple of kills. But there it is, Supreme with the tactical visor, picking up one already. Tourney being taken down as well. Now the res, though, coming in, and it's just going to be a couple people left here on the point for the side of Invigorate. Supreme Aaron taken down, and Depro needs to try to stay alive, not going to be able to, and the second point unlocked now by the side of Discrepancy, who are actually looking like they could be able to complete this map here.
Yep, and with 2 minutes and 45 seconds coming in, however, the ulted economy not in their favor as they do get into this, as it is pretty even. Obviously, Tarney's gonna have that pulse bomb, but it's gonna be very interesting to see if he could get anything done with this. A big shatter coming out from Daiclan, gonna force the sound barrier immediately from the side of Discrepancy, as they're just going to work with Golden Bullet now being nano boosted.
Yeah, that nano boost coming out, letting him charge up a lot of ult on that Zarya. So all the way up to the Graviton now. Of course, Trisoft also almost there and putting out good damage of his own, but going to have to back up. Discrepancy getting turned back there as MJ falls, and there is a couple of more kills coming in from Golden Bullet, but has this Graviton ready to go for this next fight. They're still getting these split kills as the side of Discrepancy is not fully regrouping. They're still facing on Invigorate, and you know, at some point they just need to back up and fully disengage so that they aren't wasting their Rhine Shield or their cooldowns or anything. But they are going to come in. The Graviton on the back lines, though, of this Discrepancy squad, and the Pulse Bomb is there from Depro. The Earth Shatter, though, coming in from Royal Flame a little bit late. He is down to absolute and going to be taking out. A full team kill coming in from Invigorate, who are holding strong. Just over a minute left here for Discrepancy to try to complete the map. And despite coming in here to this third point pretty strong, they lost a little bit of the momentum coming in here.
Yep, and as they do immediately get back into this, as they just want to get super aggressive on them, as 50 seconds now remaining on this attack. Daiclan gonna drop the hammer as he gets a huge 3-man shatter. Kills right now going for the side of Invigorate, as there is no answer on the side of Discrepancy on what to do. Royal Flame gonna be getting a kill, but gonna be taken down shortly right after. And now 30 seconds remaining as Daiclan with the huge BM.
My ultimate is charged.
Yeah, 30 seconds left on the clock here. Discrepancy needs to use these ults that they have effectively. They've got the Graviton Pulse Bomb combo that they love, but haven't been able to get it off just yet. Royal Flame coming in, trying to get this Earth Shatter up to try to do something with, but they also have Supreme Aaron on this D.Va, putting the defense matrix right in the face of Trisoft, but the Graviton comes in. No Pulse Bomb is going to be available, but no, it is. Tourney gets it onto two people, taking them both down, but I think the damage is already done here by the defense, managing to get these kills, and it's going to be a lot longer. Trisoft going down, Daiclan taking down 3 at the end there. The Resurrect coming in from Ritsoru, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. Supreme Aaron getting that kill on the Trisoft. Attack are coming in from MJ, but getting a defense matrix in his face and not able to get much damage done. Royal Flame, though, trying to turn it around, but I'm not sure this is going to happen. Yes, Pulse Bomb coming out, Tourney unable to get anyone with it, and this is going to be Invigorate holding out here 3-2 on Numbani for our first match, or first map, rather.
Yup. And now going in, it's going to be very difficult for the side of Discrepancy to bounce back, as the two other maps are Lijiang Tower and Hollywood. Lijiang Tower now being a very strong map for the side of Invig, as they dominate with Aaron's on Hog, but Supreme Aaron's on this D.Va going absolutely insane, getting a 3-man and 4-man in this play alone. 5, 6, as gets 18. So reach through on that Mercy.
Aaron putting in a lot of damage on whatever hero he plays. I mean, that guy just absolutely has aimbot built into his hands and is showing us.
Yep, obviously our two other maps being Lijiang Tower and Hollywood. Going to be very interesting for the side of Discrepancy what they pick, and they actually pick Lijiang Tower, so we are immediately going to get into the next game. As the moment I put on this next map.
Well, interesting choice to go onto Lijiang Tower from Discrepancy, as they lost Lijiang Tower in their last matchup against Armory. So maybe they're hoping that they're going to be able to turn it around this time. They did manage to take the round 4 off of, or round 3 rather, off of Armory, but you know, they definitely got bodied, and they're getting bodied right now. So you know, Discrepancy needs to figure this out, or they are going to be taken out of this tournament, and you know, and Invigorate's going to be moving on to the finals.
Yup, but coming on the control center, this is where, specifically speaking, Tarnies on the Tracer needs to go off, as when they do go into the Garden stage, D-Pro on that Pharah is going to be an extremely dangerous threat.
I'm going to have to science the heck out of this.
Yeah, D-Pro absolutely is going to be a threat if he decides to go onto the Pharah. He's playing the Tracer right now. I mean, you know, D-Pro playing whatever he decides to play is going to be a threat. This man is one of the most talented DPS, most versatile DPS on PS4, and you know, it really doesn't matter which hero he decides to go with. He's going to be a man to watch. But we're going to see him on the Tracer. We're going to see Aaron playing the Roadhog again this time, putting on a show for us with the triple tank, and they're running it, you know, the old style. It's Season 3 all over again, but Royal Flame's going to be the first one to fall. Tarney getting a kill on the Sauce, nerfing that Ana healing, and you can't really do the triple tank without the Ana healing, but they're going to try anyways right now, but it doesn't look like it's working out for them.
Hello, Gold? Well, Gold has completely cut out on me, so whatever the case may be, Discrepancy coming in, gonna be taking the first point. Tarney is on this Tracer doing absolute work, as he did get a couple kills. No, Gold has disconnected from the party, as it's gonna be me for a bit. Now coming into this, Invigorate immediately regrouping, gonna be coming back with Golden Bullet now on the D.Va. Gonna be very interesting to see what happens, as they're splitting apart on the side of Invig and trying to divide and conquer. However, though, Daiclan getting super low. Luckily, Sauce on that Ana gonna try to output the healing, but Tarnies gets him before he could, taking out both tanks out of this. Now going into this fight, D-Pro going for the sports with the help of logging out, will be taking out the Lucio, as he was the final support, and Supreme Aaron's getting a 3-man piece in that fight alone.
Mega, I was testing you and you passed the test. Good job, my friend. Anyway, D-Pro coming in, getting that stick onto Royal Flame, slowing down this regroup out of the side of Discrepancy. Invigorate turned things around while I was getting my internet figured out. I don't know what it is. It, it just does it for about 10 seconds and then it stops, and now I'm back to a perfect connection again. But charge coming out onto Royal Flame, maybe taking him down very low. Dieclane getting this nano boost, but it's MJ with the Rocket Barrage getting all the kills. And they are going to be turning it around pretty much as quickly as they lost it. Discrepancy coming right back in here and going to be retaking this point. 41% on the board and counting for them. Unfortunately, Invigorate only able to get up to 34% on this point before losing it. We are going to see Discrepancy with a whole lot of ults to hold on to this too. They've got both of their tank ults. MJ and Tourney are going to be there to follow up on it. So then we're looking for this Graviton to come in, but the Earthshatter comes in actually, knocking down a bunch of people, and the follow-up is kind of questionable, but it is there. So they're going to be able to turn this Invigorate pushback yet again. Discrepancy up to 75% now on control center, and Invigorate going to have a hard time coming in.
Yep. And now coming into this next fight with a huge ult then for the side of Invig, as ults are coming online for them all over. Aaron's going to be popping Tactical Visor, going to be immediately getting a kill on the MGS. A huge Graviton coming in with Tarney's going to be getting everyone extremely low. However, they all do survive and going to get fully healed with logging out, dropping the beat. And right now, kills all going in the favor of Invig, but however, Discrepancy, specifically Tarney's trying to pull it back, but they are going to lose this point, 99 to 35 now.
Yeah, and they do have time to come back in a couple of times. They can try to come up with the Earthshatter. Definitely the Rocket Barrage is going to be coming up soon. But, they should probably wait and take one Junk Rush in order to build up ultimates here, and that's what they're going to do. I think Royal Flame just charging in, missing that charge there completely, but at the very least getting the charge going. MJ popping the ultimate as soon as he gets it. I'm not sure what that is about, but Dieclane now getting the nano boost, going to be turning this around, and they are going to hold this. A nice fire strike, taking down Trisoft, and I'm really unsure about MJ using that Rocket Barrage there. Definitely could have saved it for this Royal Flame Earthshatter coming up, but now only going to be coming in with the Earthshatter. Supreme Aaron almost up to the Tactical Visor, so probably going to be expecting to see Aaron getting to a place where he can do it from high ground, and there he is, up by this Mega Health Pack on the outside, looking for the Tactical Visor that's going to help close out this first stage rather, of Lijiang Tower. But it's MJ getting the first kill onto Dieclane and getting Sauce as well. So now they're going to be able to push in, and we're going to have to see Supreme use the Tactical Visor, but it's a little bit late. He does flip over the point, but they do turn around, getting 2 kills, 3 kills now, going back the way of Invigorate, and they are still in this fight. The Earthshatter coming in from Dieclane as he rejoins them on the point, and they are definitely going to win this fight. Invigorate turning it around, 99% for both teams, but Invigorate going to control the point, and I don't think anyone from Discrepancy is going to be able to make it in time. Tourney throwing out the pulse bomb, but not touching the point. So Invigorate taking this first stage of Lijiang Tower, going up 1-0.
Yep, and a very strong showing from Invigorate starting this out. You've got to be pretty concerned on the side of, Discrepancy, as everybody on the side of Invigorate started popping off, as it wasn't even to contain one specific player, but more like just survive for your own benefit.
Yeah, we're definitely going to have to see Discrepancy figure something out. They were playing very well there at certain points, but unable to really keep any sort of control. And, we saw Invigorate coming out over the long run. I definitely think Discrepancy going to need to find a little more sustain here, but that is a good Winston bubble coming in, blocking off the healing, and that kill is going to go the way of Dieclane, but logging out Pong as well. Neither Lucio is still in this fight, and we have a pretty even fight breaking out, but Discrepancy coming out on top so far. We still have D-Pro and Dieclane left. No, Dieclane going to fall, D-Pro going to be left alone on the point, and I don't think he's going to be able to stay in here. He is going to try, of course, because it's Depro, but eventually just going to jump off the map and take the L. But Discrepancy taking this point first and starting to build up their control percentage here on the night mode.
Yup, and now the Tourney's on this tracer is gonna have Pulse Bomb and Royal Flame pretty close to having air shot, but is gonna actually lose MGS on this Winston right now. However, though, kills still going for Discrepancy as they do have 3 picks in this fight. And they're gonna force D-Pro to go down, back off, and Aaron is gonna lose that 1v1 at Tourney.
Discrepancy holding strong yet again. They've got the Earth Shatter ready to go. Trisoft coming up on that self-destruct, so that combo can be very devastating. But we will see D-Pro trying to blink in here, get some damage in. He's got the Pulse Bomb ready to go, seeing if he can land it on someone. Does manage to get it onto Trisoft's mech and taking him out of that mech. So this is going to be Invigorate coming in very strong, getting a lot going, but no, the Resurrect coming in, Trisoft gets right back in that mech, and they are going to be able to restart this fight, getting all of their ultimates off. The Primal Rage coming out from MJ, and Trisoft being kept alive by a lot of pocketing, but finally coming out of the mech too little, too late, as a lot of focus was on Trisoft there, and as in the meantime, the rest of Discrepancy going off, Tarney especially, putting in a lot of work right now on this tracer.
Yup, and now pushing in 80% to 0. This is going to be the very last fight for Invigorate, and it's going to be a lot of pressure right now on the Aarons to hit a big hook just to start this fight out, as they're going to have no ults.
Yeah, Aaron, though, does have the whole hog coming up right now, and he does hit that hook and taking Tarney out. That is a huge pick to get. Now he's going to come in with the whole hog. No defense matrix really available for Trisoft, as he already had used a lot of it, though the self-destruct is available. Does not manage to get any kills with it, but this is going to be Invigorate coming in here and retaking this point, starting to tick up percentage for the first time. And picking off Ritsoru a little bit late, definitely helpful in getting a little bit more percentage. But Discrepancy has a whole lot of time where they can wait to come in here after building up some ultimates. What do you expect them to do here?
I'm going to have to expect them to try to stagger it out as much as a huge clean wipe for unanswered kill. However, though, Tarney's going to get that kill on the logging out. The res coming out. Both supports down for the side of Invig. Royal Flame's going to go down, but the damage might have been done as all the kills right now are going to the way of the Discrepancy. A few kills being brought towards Invig, but kills still going. Aaron and Trisoft, the last 2 people alive. Trisoft is going to go down as logging out does come back, but it's one Lucio against the entire team. D-Pro also coming back to get that kill onto Ritsu, and D-Pro getting a second kill, going off. Soft coming in, helping his man out, but Tarney's quickly shutting that down, and it looks like Invig, even though starting this fight out pretty hands down, is going to hold on this time.
Yeah, and we talked about D-Pro there, but Sauce hitting a very good biotic grenade, hitting 2 people and denying their healing while D-Pro went to work on them. Definitely helped turn that fight around there. But now we're going to see D-Pro trying to get on a Royal Flame here and take him. The Royal Flame was way out of position there as the entire team had to rotate around and get onto him. But Supreme Aaron being taken down, giving a Discrepancy a chance to come in. The Pulse Bomb being thrown out by Tarney, but not getting anything out of it. But there it is. Trisoft with the follow-up, using that whole hog. We are going to see a full overtime being reached here by the side of Invigorate, but I don't think they're going to have the kills to hold on here. But Golden Bullet still staying alive. He, however, is going to fall. But Supreme Aaron now coming back in, digs MJ down too. The whole hog going to come out from Supreme Aaron as he's knocking Ritsoru into this corner, but the sound barrier coming out. MJ, though, is going to be taken down by it. Ritsoru falls as well. No Resurrect is going to be building up throughout this fight, so still a chance here for Invigorate as they've got everyone back in, but Tarney taking down Soft, denying a lot of that healing, and Trisoft taking a long out, no healing available here. but the pulse bomb does land onto Trisoft. He's going to be very, very weak here. The chance for them to come back in and finish this out. Tourney being taken down by Golden Bullet. Supreme Aaron coming back in, taking down MJ there, and he's going to keep this alive, but no, Supreme going down. Deep Row still alive, and on this point though, going to be stalling out just long enough for his team to come back. Clan getting in here onto Royal Flame right now, who got slept. Royal Flame taken down. This point going to flip back for Invigorate, who now has the numbers on this point. But with Soru, Bear Shark on this point, delaying it out. Bear Shark does fall, but we do see everyone getting back in here. MJ with the rocket barrage taken down though. Tourney taken down as well. Point for Invigorate, and Trisoft being charged away. Holy cow. Invigorate takes that point. 2-0 now in the game, and they are one stage away from going on to our finals.
Aaron's is an absolute god amongst men in this game, as nobody on the side of Discrepancy can touch this man. Tarney's trying to do his best to play around him, but you're playing a Tracer against a Hog. He hits that hook, you're out of the equation. And right now, going on the Garden, this is where we saw Aaron's go absolutely ham on the Hog, but he actually switches on to, no, he finally goes back onto the Hog. This is exactly what I see. This is where Discrepancy is gonna have to come out. And this is gonna be against all odds, as they are down 1-0 in the series. Discrepancy's tournament life hanging by the thread right now.
You're absolutely right about Aaron, but I mean, D-Pro stalling out on the Tracer, Golden Bullet coming in and just contributing enough sustain on the Zarya. Everything working for Invigorate right now. Getting that kill on the Royal Flame, Ritorio going down as well, and this is starting out just as well as the last round ended for him. They are pushing in very strong, getting 3 kills to start off this fight, and Invigorate is going to take this first point and start building up the control percentage here on the Garden as well. Invigorate very, very strong so far, and they are just only looking stronger right now. Supreme Aaron playing out of his mind on this Roadhog, and just, you know, continuing to see the high level of play that we would expect out of this team.
Yep, and Aaron's hitting that hook, but was the Diva, so it's not going to get the kill. However, though, Invig charging in immediately. However, Clan with a huge shatter, going to be there to follow through, as all the kills right now are going for the side of Invig, as Clan is going absolutely insane right now. But
Tourney with a little bit of a vindictive pulse bomb there onto Sauce, just stuck it on him even though the fight was already lost. You know, not really sure why, you know, but sometimes you just got to take out that Anna, and it is going to take a little bit for Anna to come back here. So a chance. Now the final rage going to come in, but everyone's going to be stuck inside of this Graviton. There's the pulse bomb from D-Pro, and the follow-up is absolutely there for Invigorate. The res coming in from Mitsuru, though, going to try to start this fight over, but Earth Shatter from Clan, and then the Nano Boost being thrown out onto Golden Bullet, going to mean that they have a whole lot of damage coming out here. Supreme Aaron throwing in the whole Hog for good measure, you know, just in case everything else was enough. Royal Flame kind of throwing that Earth Shatter, and I think it is safe to say we might have a little bit of tilt coming out for Discrepancy. 80% and counting on the board for Invigorate here, who are looking strong to end this semi-final matchup in a 2-0. MJ, though, coming back in on the Pharah, gonna get that kill onto Golden Bullet and give his team a chance to come in. Tarney taking down D-Pro as well. Clan, though, taking out Royal Flame, trying to turn it around, and Trisoft off of the map now by Supreme Aaron. MJ, though, still putting in some work, so this is a chance for Discrepancy to come in. Still trading out kills, though, and this is not what they need. MJ, the only one able to actually do anything, and MJ still the only one left alive, though. Ritsoru on the point being taken down, but still MJ doing some work before being taken down himself. Pulse bomb out, but it is going to be Discrepancy finally taking control of this point, and they have the numbers to hold on to it now, as Trisoft is going to get that hook onto Sauce. And so Discrepancy finally getting control of this point and starting to tick up the percentage. Ritsoru with the Resurrect, hoping that that's enough for them to hold on here, but a bunch of ults very close for the side of Invigorate.
Yup, and now going into this, immediately hooking Royal Flame. MGS gonna be coming in with this barrage as he's gonna be looking to get a lot of kills as nobody is looking for him right now. However, though, Aaron's going around getting an immediate kill as Invig gets automatically 4 kills, gonna be forcing the big res out of reach through. However, though, a shatter coming out from Declan, but the follow through is coming so very slowly as all the kills right now going for Invig as they are going to be taking this back, taking the point, and possibly taking this map.
Yeah, we do have a little bit of delay coming in. Tourney able to get on the point and just stall out for a second, but MJ going to be taken down immediately. Not going to be anyone, Tourney, going to fall. No one able to get onto this point for the side of Discrepancy. Invigorate 2-0, taking this series and going on into our finals to face off against Armory.
Yep, and it's going to be an amazing series, but Declan on this Reinhardt, an absolute monster, getting this play of the game, going absolutely insane. As we do get into this final series.
Epic. Excellent.
Armory eSports versus Invig. We've seen both these teams play out of their minds. It's going to be very interesting to see who can take this series in our very final game of this season. What are your predictions going into this, Gold?
I mean, both teams obviously playing at a very, very high level. Armory kind of was a bit of a sleeper, I would say. You know, coming out of a little bit of nowhere.